Prathama Ganapati Pujanam.
Ganeshi Puja first.
Om Ganapataye Namaha. Gajananam Bhautaganadisevitam Kapita Jambo Phalacharu Vakshanam Umasutam Shokavinaasakarakam Namami Vigneswara Pada Pankajam Namo Devye Mahadevye Shivaye Satatam Namaha Namo Prakriti Bhadraye Niyatam Radam Sudam Bhagavate Sri Gauri Ganesaya Namaha Dhyanarthe Pushpani Samarpayami Asanarthe Akshitani Samarpayami Avayami Stapayami Om Ganganapataye Namaha. 4 times.
Draw water 4 times. Feet, hands, mouth, head. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Padayopadhyam samarpayami. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Argyo argyam samarpayami. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Mukhyaachmanyam jalam samarpayami. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Sarvange snanam jalam samarpayami. Milit vichar panchamrita snanam. Om Panchanadyah Saraswatimapi yanti sasraudasa Saraswati tu Panchada Sode Sevavasareda Panchamritamaya Payodadikritam Madhu Sarkaraj Samayuktam Snanartham Pratigrihatam Milita Vichar Panchamrita Snanante Punah Suddhodaka Snanam Om Suddhavalaha Sarvasuddhavala Madivalastasvina Setaha Setakshorunaste Rudraya Vasubhataye Karणाज्यामा बलिप्ता रौद्रा नमो रूपाः पार्जन्यः गंगे चमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिंधु कावेरी स्नानार्थं प्रतिगृह्यतां गंगणपतये नमः
पंचामृतमहास्नानं समर्पयामि नमः
शुद्धोदक स्नानं समर्पयामि शुद्धोदक स्नानान्ते वस्त्रोपवस्त्रम् जुवासुवासा परिवीतागासुश्रेयान् भवति जायमानतं धीरासकवन्यन्ति साध्यो मनसा देवयन्त वस्त्रोपवस्त्राणि समर्पयामि रक्तसूत्रखण्डद्वयं समर्पयामि चन्दनानुलेपनम् ॐ द्वाङ्गन्धर्वाखनस्तामीन्द्रस्ताव्रियस्पतिः त्वामोखदे सोमराजविद्वान् लक्ष्मादमुच्चत्त श्रीखण्डं चन्दनं दिव्यां गन्धाढ्यं सुमनोहराम् विलेपनं सुराश्रेष्ठां चन्दनं प्रतिगृह्यतां चन्दनानुलेपनं समर्पयामि कुङ्कुमादि समर्पयामि बिल्मपत्राणि समर्पयामि नमो बिल्मिने च कवचिने च नमो वर्मिणे च वरुथिने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दुन्दुभ्याय च नन्याय च दुर्वाङ्कुरान् काण्डात् प्ररोहन्ति परुखस्पर्ये बाणो दुर्भिप्रतनुशास्त्रेण सतेन च दुर्वाङ्कुराणि समर्पयामि नानापरिमलद्रव्याणि समर्पयामि गङ्गणपतये नमः.
Holy flowers in left hand now, and the grass you do archana. Each name has a special power. We ask the Lord to bless all of you with these powerful names.
Om Sumukhaye Namaha. Om Ekadantaye Namaha. Om Kapilaye Namaha. Om Gajkarnakaye Namaha. Om Lambodaraye Namaha. Om Vikataye Namaha. Om Vignanasaye Namaha. Om Vinayakaye Namaha. Om Dhumraketave Namaha. Om Ganadhakshaye Namaha. Om Bhalachandraye Namaha. Om Gajananaye Namaha. Om Vakratundaye Namaha. Om Surpakarnaye Namaha. Om Herambaye Namaha. Om Skandapurvajaye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namo Namaha. Dhupamagrapayami. Om Dhurasya Dhurvadhurvantam Dhurvatam Jasman Dhurvatitam Dhurvajam Vayam Dhurvamahadevanam Subhanitamam Gomsasnitamam Vapritamam Justatamam Devahutamam Vanaspatirasoddbhuto Gandhajo Gandhottama Agreya Sarvadevanam Dhupoyam Pratigrehatam Dhupamagrapayami. प्रत्यक्ष दीपं संदर्शयामि. ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जातक्षुचोः सूर्योजायत श्रोत्राद्वायुश्च प्राणश्च मुखादग्निरजायत. भगवते श्रीगङ्गणपतये नमः. प्रत्यक्ष दीपं संदर्शयामि. गङ्गणपतये नमः. प्रसाद नैवेद्यम् ॐ नाभ्या आसीदन्तरिक्षगुंसिष्णुर्द्योः समवर्तता पद्भ्याम्भो मृदि सहस्रोत्रान् तथा लोकाम् अकल्पयन् याः फलिनिर्जा फला पुक्पाजास्तपुक्पिणी बृहस्पति प्रसुतास्तानमुञ्चन्तगुंहसहरितुफलानि समर्पयामि मुक्षुद्यार्ताम्बुलानि समर्पयामि जत्पुरुषेण विखा देवायजनमतन्वत वसन्तो स्यासेदाजङ्ग्रेक्ष्मैद्मः शरद्भवेः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि हिरण्यगर्भः समवर्तताग्रे भूतसजातः पतिरेकासेद सदाधारवृत्तिविद्यामुते मां कस्मै देवाय विखाविदेमः द्रव्यदक्षिणां समर्पयामि गङ्गणपतये नमः
कर्पूरनीराजनं ज्योति ॐ कदलीगर्भादिसम्भूतं कर्पूरां च प्रदीपितम् आरातिक्यमहं कुर्वे पश्चिमे
वरदो भव कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि गङ्गणपतये नमः विशेष प्रार्थना
Clasp your hands now. We chant the special pratna to Bhagwan Ganesha. Everybody take a flower.
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्जत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैतिष्ठो वागुंसस्तनो बिर्भसेमहि देवहितं जदायुः ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं दत्तमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वमाम् अववक्ताराम् अवश्रोताराम् अवधाताराम् अवधाताराम् अवानुचानमवशिष्याम् अववस्तातान् अवपुरस्तान् अवोत्तरातान् अवदक्षिणादान् अवचोर्धातात् अवधरातात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तान् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तज्जायते सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तस्तिष्ठते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयैलेमेष्यते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येते त्वं भूमिरापोलनो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वमवस्तत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारास्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वं योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्म भूर्भुवस्वरं गणादीन् पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिस्तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वर परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत् मनुस्वरूपं गकारपूर्वमरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारशान्तरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं सहिता सन्धिः सहसा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निःसृद्गायत्रीछन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गङ्गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशाङ्कुशमधारिणां रदं च वरदं हस्त्रैर्बिभ्राणं मुषकध्वजां रक्तं लम्बोदरं स्वरूपकर्णकं रक्तवाससां रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितां भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युताम् आविर्भूताञ्च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् पराम् एवं ध्यायन्ति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वर नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रथमपतये नमस्ते स्तुलम्बोदराय कदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बो फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं भगवते श्रीगङ्गणपतये नमः इति विशेषध्यानं प्रार्थनाम्
अनेन पूजनेन
श्रीगणपतिदेवता प्रियन्तां नमः। बोलिए गणपति भगवान की जय। अथ कलश देवता पूजनम्।
The Kalash pratna now. Give thanks to the entire creation, all the elements.
Om Varunasodam Manamasi Varunasaskamb Sarjanisto Varunasarita Sadanyasi Varunasarita Sadanamasi Varunasarita Sadanamasidda Om Kalasasya Mukhe Vishnu Kanthe Rudra Samasrita Mule Tastasya Brahma Madhya Matrigana Smrita Kukshau Tu Sagara Sapta Sapta Dvipacha Medini Arjuni Gaumati Chaiva Chandrabhaga Saraswati Rigvedotha Yajurveda Samavedo Yatharvana Angaisa Saida Sarve Kalasam Tu Samasrita Iti Dhyanam Adhai Snanam 4 times. Om Bhadrupadhyam Samarpayami Hastu Argham Samarpayami Mukhe Achamanyam Samarpayami Sarvange Snanyam Jalam Samarpayami Vam Varunaya Pampataye Namaha 1 time. Om Panchanadyah Saraswati Mapiyanti Sasrodasa Saraswati Tu Panchada Sode Sevava Saret Panchamrita Snanante Puna Suddhodaka Snanam Gange Chamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narvada Sindhu Kaveri Snanartham Pratigrihatam Bhagavate Vam Varunaya Pampataye Namaha Vastropa Vastram Om Juva Suvasa Parivitagasa Utsreyan Bhavati Jayamanatam Dhirasaka Vayunyanti Swadhyo Manasa Devayanta Vastram Upavastram Samarpayami Raktasutrakhanda-dvayam Samarpayami Chandananulepanam Om Tvang Gandharvaghanam Stamindra Stavri Aspatehi Tvamokhade Somaraj Vidvan Lakshmana Mucchatta Srikhandam Chandanam Divyam Gandhadyam Samanoharam Vilepanam Surasrestam Chandanam Pratigrihadam Chandananulepananante Kunkumadi Samarpayami Akshadan Samarpayami Akshannamivadante Javapriyadu Khadasto Khadaswabhana Babipran Vishtayamati Jojan Vindrate Hari Akshadan Samarpayami Bilma Patrani Samarpayami Namo Bilmine Chakavachine Namo Varmide Chavaruthine Namaha Srutai Srutasenai Namo Dundupya Nanyaya Cha Bhagavate Bambarunai Apampataye Namaha Nama Mantra Dwara Archanam
Hold your left hand.
Om Varunaya Namaha Om Prachitase Namaha Om Surupine Namaha Om Apampataye Namaha Om Makravahanaye Namaha Om Jaladipataye Namaha Om Pasastaye Namaha Om Anarkamadi Bhaushanaye Namaha Om Varunaya Namaha Om Nanavida Parimala Pushpadi Samarpayami Vam Varunaya Apampataye Namaha
Upamagrapayami
Om Dhurasi Dhurva Dhurvanjam Dhurvatam Jasman Dhurvatitam Dhurvajam Vayam Dhurva Mahadeva Namaste Banidamagom Sasnidamam Bapritamam Stadamam Devahutamam Dhupamagrapayami Prataksha Deepam Sandarsayami Om Chandrama Manasojata Chuchoho Surjajayata Srotra Dvayushta Pranasta Mukhadagnirajayata Vam Varunaya Pampataye Nama Prataksha Deepam Sandarsayami Prasad Naivedyam Om Nabhya Asidantariksha Gongsheshwarjo Samavartata Padyam Mriti Sahasrotra Tatha Lokam Akalpayanna Om Jaha Bhalinirja Bhala Pukpaja Sapukpini Brihaspati Prasuta Sthana Munchanta Gongasaritu Phalani Samarpayami Tambulani Samarpayami Achamanim Jalam Samarpayami Pranaya Swaha Panaya Swaha Vyanaya Swaha Udanaya Swaha Samanaya Swaha Madhyamadipani Achamanim Jalam Samarpayami Drava Dakshinam Samarpayami Om Hiranyagarbha Samavartadagre Bhuta Sajataha Patireka Sedasara Vidyamute Mam Kasmai Devaya Vikha Videmaha Drava Dakshinam Samarpayami Bhagavate Bambarunaya Namaha Niranjana Arartikam
Samarpayami Gadali Garvari Sambodham Karpuram Cha Pradipitam Maratikhyamaham Kurve
Vasime Varado Bhava Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasandam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Saitam Namami Bhagavate Bambarunaya Apampataye Namaha Karpurartikyam Samarpayami Namaskaromi
Pratna
Om Devadanav Sambade Mathyamane Mahodadau Utpannosi Tada Kumbha Vidrito Vishnuna Swayam Tattve Sarvatretani Deva Sarve Tve Stishta Tve Tishtanti Bhutani Tve Prana Pratishthita Sivasva श्री विष्णुस्त्वं च प्रजापति आदित्य वसुवो रुद्रा विश्वे देवा सपैत्रिकाः त्वयि तिष्ठन्ति सर्वेऽपि यत कामफलप्रदा त्वत्प्रसादामिमं यज्ञं कर्तुमिह जलोद्भव सान्निध्यं कुरु मे देव प्रसन्नो भव सर्वदा नमो नमस्ते स्फटिकप्रभाय सुश्वेतहाराय सुमङ्गलाय सुपासहस्ताय जशासनाय जलाधिनाथाय नमो नमस्ते नमो वरुणाय अपाम्पतये नमः इति ध्यानम् अनेन पूजनेन श्री वरुण देवता प्रियंतां नमः। बोलिए वरुण देव भगवान की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। Flower.
पार्वतीशं नमामि नमः। ध्यानं समर्पयामि नमः। समर्पयामि समर्पयामि नमः। समर्पयामि अर्घ्योर्घ्यं समर्पयामि मुखेआचमनीयं समर्पयामि सर्वांगे स्नानं समर्पयामि। सदाशिवाय नमः। शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम गंगा जलमहास्नानं समर्पयामि गंगे च यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिंधु कावेरी जलयस्मिन् प्रतिगृह्यताम्। भगवते रुद्राय ओम नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यव उतोत इषवे नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यां उत ते नमः। यात इषु शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्या यातवतया नो रुद्रमृदय याते रुद्रशिवा तनूरघोरा पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुवा शन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिचाकशीः यामिषुं गिरिशन्तहस्तर्बिभर्षस्तवे शिवां गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि गुंसीः पुरुषं जगत शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशा चावधामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत अध्यवोचदधिवक्तां प्रथमो देव्योऽभिषक अहीगस्य सर्वा आञ्जम्बयन् सर्वा आश्च यातु धान्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुण उत बभ्रुः सुमङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्रा अभितो दिक्षु सताः सहस्रशो वैशागुं धीधीमहे असौ यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उतैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उतैनं विश्वाभूतानि सदृष्टो मृदयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय मीढुषे अथो ये अस्य सत्त्वानोऽहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्च धन्वनस्तमभयोरार्त्नियोर्ज्यां याश्च ते हस्त इषवः पराता भगवो वप धनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशते शुधे निशील्य शल्यानामुखा शिवो नः सुमना भव विद्यं धनुः कपर्दिनो विशल्यो वानवागुम् उत अणेशन्नस्येषव आभुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मीढुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्तमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातथाय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुत ते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मावृणक्तु विश्वतः अथो य इषुधिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितं शम्भवे नमः ॐ नमस्तेऽस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्रयम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकालाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यवाहवे सेनाने दिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमस्तस्मिञ्जराय त्वशीमते पथीनां पतये नमो नमो बभ्रुषाय विव्याधिनेन्नानां पतये नमो नमो हरिकेशायोपवीतिने पुष्टानां पतये नमो नमो भवस्य हेत्ये जगतां पतये नमो नमो रुद्राय तताविने क्षेत्राणां पतये नमो नमः सूताय हन्त्याय वनानां पतये नमो नमो रोहिताय स्थपतये वृक्षाणां पतये नमो नमो मन्त्रिणे वाणिजाय कक्षानां पतये नमो नमो भुवन्तये वारिवस्कृतायौषधीनां पतये नमो नमः उच्चैर्घोषाय कृन्तयते पत्तीनां पतये नमो नमः कृष्णवीताय धावते सत्त्वनां पतये नमः नमः सहमानाय निव्याधिन आव्याधिनीनां पतये नमो नमः ककुभाय निषङ्गिने स्तेनानां पतये नमो नमो निषङ्गिन इषुधिमते तस्कराणां पतये नमो नमो वञ्चते परिवञ्चते स्थायूनां पतये नमो नमो निचेडवे परिचरायारण्यानां पतये नमो नमस्त्रकाविभ्यो जिघ्घागं सभ्यो मुष्णतां पतये नमो नमो सिमद्भ्यो नक्तञ्चरभ्यः प्रकृन्तानां पतये नमो नम उष्णीशने गिरिचराय कुलुञ्चानां पतये नमो नम इषिमद्भ्यो धन्वाविभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आतन्वानेभ्यः प्रतिदधानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम आयच्छभ्यो विसृजभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो स्यद्भ्यो विद्युद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः आसीनेभ्यश्च यानेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः स्वपद्भ्यो जागृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तिष्ठद्भ्यो धावद्भ्यश्च वो नमो नमः सभाभ्यः सभापतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो अश्वेभ्यो शपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नम आव्याधिनेभ्यो विविध्यन्तेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः उगणाभ्यस्त्रिगुंहतेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो ग्रत्सेभ्यो ग्रत्सपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो व्रातेभ्यो व्रातपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो गणेभ्यो गणपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो विरूपेभ्यो विश्वरूपेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो महद्भ्यः क्षुल्लकेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथिभ्यो रथेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो रथेभ्यो रथपतिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तेनाभ्यस्तेनानिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः क्षत्रुभ्यः संग्रहीतृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्तक्षद्भ्यो रथकारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः कुलालेभ्यः कर्मारेभ्यश्च वो नमो नमः पुञ्जेष्टेभ्यो निषादेभ्यश्च वो नमो नम इषकृभ्यो धन्वकृभ्यश्च वो नमो नमो मृगयुभ्यः श्वनिभ्यश्च वो नमो नमस्वभ्यः स्वपतिभ्यश्च वो नमः नमो भवाय च रुद्राय च नमः सर्वाय च पशुपतये च नमो नीलग्रीवाय च शितिकण्ठाय च नमः कपर्दिने च व्युप्तकेशाय च नमः सहस्राक्षाय च शतधन्वने च नमो गिरिशाय च शिपिविष्टाय च नमो मीधुष्टमाय चेषुमते च नमो ह्रस्वाय च वामनाय च नमो बृहते च वर्षीयसे च नमो वृद्धाय च संवृध्वने च नमो अग्र्याय च प्रथमाय च नमः आशवे चाजिराय च नमः शीघ्रियाय च शीभ्याय च नमः ऊर्म्याय चावस्वन्याय च नमः स्रोतस्याय च द्वीप्याय च नमो ज्येष्ठाय च कनिष्ठाय च नमः पूर्वजाय चापरजाय च नमो मध्यमाय चापगल्भाय च नमो जघन्याय च बुद्धियाय च नमः सोभ्याय च प्रतिसर्याय च नमो याम्याय च क्षेम्याय च नमः उर्वर्याय च खल्याय च नमः श्लोक्याय चावसान्याय च नमो वन्याय च कक्षाय च नमः श्रवाय च प्रतिस्रवाय च नमः आशुसेनाय चासुरथाय च नमः शूराय चावभिन्नते च नमो वर्मिने च वरूथिने च नमो बिल्बिने च कवचने च नमः श्रुताय च श्रुतसेनाय च नमो दन्दुभ्याय च हनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृषाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिने चेषु धीमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णेशवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च धन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पठ्याय च नमः काट्याय च दीप्याय च नमः सूत्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च वर्ष्याय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईध्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय च अरुणाय च नमः संगाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वधाय च दूरे वधाय च नमो हन्त्रे च हनीयसे स नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्प्याय च फेन्याय च नमस्य कत्याय च प्रवार्याय च नमः हिरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगुंशिलाय च क्षयनाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुलस्तये च नमो गोष्ठ्याय च गृह्याय च नमस्तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमो हृदयाय च निवेश्याय च नमः पागुंसव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्क्याय च हृद्याय च नमो लोप्याय च लप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च सूर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णसत्याय च नमो पगुरमानाय चाभिघ्नते च नमः अखिदते च प्रखिदते च नमो किरिकेभ्यो देवानागुं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नम आनिर्हतेभ्यो नम आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनामाभेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत या ते रुद्रशिवा तनु शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृतजीवसे इमागुं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने एकसजद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मथिं यथा नः समसद्युपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरं वृदानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कभीक्षजद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छञ्चयोश्च मरुरायजे पिता तदस्यामत्तव रुद्रप्रणीतो मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितं मानो वधीः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोके तनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान् मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीर्हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ते गोघ्न उत पूरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सं नमस्मेते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यता च नः शर्म यच्छति बर्हा आह स्तुहि श्रुतं कर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्नु भीममुपहत्नुमुग्रं मृदा च रुद्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मिन्नेव पन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्विनक्तु परित्वेषश्च दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरामगवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमीढस्तोकायतनयाय मृदय मीढुष्टमशिवतमा शिवो नस्तु मना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रतागहि विकिरितविलोहित नमस्ते अस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रकं हेतयोन्यमस्मिन्नेव पन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रदा बाहुवो स्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखाकृति सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषागुं सहस्रयोजनेव धन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवे एन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठाः सर्वा अतः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाशितिकण्ठादिवगुं रुद्रा उपसृताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्पेञ्चरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासः कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् ये पथां पथि रक्षय ऐलभृदायव्युदः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति श्रिकावन्तो निषङ्गिनः ये तावन्तश्च भूयागुंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावृतस्थिरे तेषागुं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां ये एन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणादश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृदयन्तु ते यं द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेषितं वोचं भेदधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नो यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु प्रमुष्टुहीय सुषुसुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वा आमहे सो ओ मनसाय रुद्रं नमो ओभेर्देवमसुरं नुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभे सजो यगं शिवाभिमर्शनः ये ते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्योर्मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वान् यजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसे रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व नमो रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि सदाशिवो ॐ शान्ति शान्ति निधनपतान्तकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः सर्वाय नमः सर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गस्थापयति पानिमन्त्रं पवित्रं सद्यो जात्रं प्रबध्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवे नाति भवे भवस्व मां भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकर्णाय नमो बलविकर्णाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोमनाय नमः अघोरेभ्योऽथ घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरथरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात् ईशान सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपते ब्रह्मणोऽधिपते ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकाय पतय उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः जय
विनियोग। ओम श्रीराम रक्षास्तोत्रमन्त्रस्य बुधकौशिकऋषिः श्री सीतारामचन्द्रो देवता अनुष्टुप् छन्दः सीताशक्तिः श्रीमान् हनुमान् कीलकं श्रीरामचन्द्र प्रीत्यार्थे रामरक्षास्तोत्र जपे विनियोग। ध्यानं ध्यायेदाजानुबाहुं धृतशरधनुषं बद्धपद्मासनस्थं पीतं वासोवसानं नवकमलदलस्पर्धिनेत्रं प्रसन्नं वामाङ्कारूढसीतामुखकमलमिल्लोचनं नीरदाभं नानालङ्कारदीप्तं ददतु मरुजटा मण्डलं रामचन्द्रं चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तराम् एकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनां ध्यात्वा नीलोत्पलदलश्यामं रामं राजीवलोचनां जानकीलक्ष्मणोपेतं जटामुकुटमण्डितां शासितोर्णधनुर्बाण पाणिं नक्तचरान्तकां स्वलीलया जगत्रातो माविर्भूतमजं विभों रामरक्षां पठित प्राज्ञ पापग्निं सर्वकामदां शिरो मे राघव पातो भालं दशरथात्मजः कौसल्येयो दृशो प्रातो विश्वामित्रप्रियः श्रुते घ्राणं पातु मखत्राता मुखं सौमित्रवत्सलाः जिह्वां विद्यानिधि पातो कण्ठं भरतवन्दिता स्कन्धौ दिव्यायुधा पातो भुजौ भग्नेशकार्मुका करौ सीतापति पातो हृदयं दामजग्नजे मध्यं पातु खरध्वांसे नाभिं जाम्बवदाश्रयाः सुग्रीवेशकटे पातो शक्तिनि हनुमत्प्रभोः उरुरघुत्तमः पातो रक्षकूलविनाशकृत् जानुनी सेतुकृत् पातो जङ्गे दशमुखान्तका पादौ विभीषणाश्रितः पातो रामोऽखिलं वपु एतां रामबलोपेतां रक्षां या सुकृते पठे सचिरायुसुखे पुत्री विजयी विनयी भवेत् पातालभूतलभ्यो मच्चारिणाच्छद्मचारिणाः न द्रष्टुमपि शक्तास्ते रक्षितं रामनामभिः रामेति रामभद्रेति रामचन्द्रेति वा स्मरन् नरो न लिप्यते पापैर्भुक्तिमुक्तिं च विन्दते जगज्जैत्रैकमन्त्रेण रामनाम्ना विरक्षितां यकण्ठे धारयेतस्य करस्त्वा सर्वसिद्धया वज्रपञ्जरनामेदं यो रामकवचं स्मरे अव्याहताज्ञ सर्वत्र लभते जयमङ्गलम् आदिष्ट्वान्यथा स्वप्ने रामरक्षामिमां हर तथा लिखितवान् प्रातः प्रबुद्धो बुद्धकौशिका आरामकल्पवृक्षाणां विरामं सकलापदाम् अभिरामस्त्रिलोकानां रामाश्रयमंसन प्रभोः तरुणोरुपसम्पन्नो सुकुमारो महाबलो पुण्डरीकविशालाक्षौ चैरकृष्णाजिनाम्बरौ फलमूलासिनौ दान्तौ तामसौ ब्रह्मचारिणौ पुत्रौ दशरथस्तैस्तौ भ्रामरौ रामलक्ष्मणौ शरण्यौ सर्वसत्त्वानां श्रेष्ठौ सर्वधनुष्मतां रक्षकुलनिहन्तारौ त्रायेतां नो रघुत्तमौ आत्तसज्जधनुषा विसुस्पृशा भक्षया सुगानि सङ्गसङ्गिनौ रक्षणाय मम रामलक्ष्मणा भद्रपति सदैव गच्छताम् सन्नद्धः कवची खङ्गी चापबाणोधरो युवा गच्छन्मनोरथान्नाश्च रामः पातु स लक्ष्मणः रामो दाशरथी शूरो लक्ष्मणानुचरो बले काकुत्स्थपुरुषपूर्ण कौसल्येयुरघुत्तमः वेदान्तवेद्ययज्ञेश पुराणपुरुषोत्तमः जानकीवल्लभ श्रीमान् प्रमेयपराक्रमा इत्थितानि जपन्नित्यं मद्भक्तश्रद्धयान्विताः अश्वमेधाधिकं पुण्यं सम्प्राप्नोति न संशयः रामं दुर्वादलश्यामं पद्ममाक्षं पितवाससां स्तुवन्ति नामभिर्देव्यरे न ते संसारिणो नराः रामं लक्ष्मणपूर्वजं रघुवरं सीतां पतिं सुन्दरं काकुत्स्थं करुणार्णवं गुणनिधिं विप्रं प्रियं धार्मिकं राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथतनयनं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणारें रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकरकस राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्र स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्र सर्वस्व मे रामचन्द्रो दयालुर्नान्यं जाने नैव जाने न जाने दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनं लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरं तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये कुञ्जन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् वर्जनं भवबीजानां मर्जनं सुखसम्पदां तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनं रामो राजमणिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमो रामाय तस्मै नमः रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामास्य दासोऽस्म्यहं रामे चित्तलय सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामोद्वर राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने जय जय श्री बुद्ध कौशिक मुनि विरचितं श्रीराम रक्षास्तोत्रं संपूर्णम्। कस्तूरीतिलकं ललाटपटले वृक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे वरमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुकरे कङ्कणं सर्वाङ्गे हरिसन्दनं सुललितं कण्ठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्रीपरिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणे फुल्लेन्दीवरकान्तिमिन्दुवदनां बर्हावतं सांव्रियां श्रीवत्साङ्कमुदारकौस्तुभधरां पीताम्बरं सुन्दरं गोपीनानयनोत्पलार्चिततनो गोगोपसङ्घावृतं गोविन्दं कलवेणुवादनपरां दिव्याङ्गभूषं भजे बर्हापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बिभ्रद्वासः कनककपिशां वैजयन्तीं च मालां रन्ध्रान् वेणुव्रदरसुदया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दे बृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणां प्राविशद्गीतकृते नौमिढ्यते व्रवपुषे तडितं वराय गुञ्जावतं सपरिपीच्छलसम्मुखाय वन्यस्रजे कवलवेत्रविषाणवेणो लक्ष्माश्रये मृदुपदे पशुपाङ्गजाय ध्येयं सदा परिभवनभवीष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिववीरेञ्चिनुतं शरण्यं वृद्यार्थिहं प्रणतपालभवाप्तिपोतं वन्दे महापुरुषते शरणारविन्दं सञ्चिन्तयेद् भगवतः शरणारविन्दं व्रजाङ्कुशध्वज सरोरुहलाञ्छनाढ्यम् उत्तुङ्गरक्तविलसान्नखचक्रवाल ज्योत्स्नाविराहदमहात्रिदयन्धकारं त्वमेव माता स पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वां मम देवदेव अपराधसहस्रभाजनं पतितं भीमब्रह्माण्डबोधरे अगतिं शरणागतं हरे कृपया केवलमात्मसात् कुरु अहो बकीयं स्तनकालकोटां जिघांसयापाय यदाप्यसाध्ये लेभे गतिं धातृचितां ततोऽन्यं कम्बादयालो शरणं व्रजेम एकोऽपि कृष्णस्य कृतः प्रणामो दशाश्वमेधाव्रवीतेन तुल्यं दशाश्वमेधी पुनरेति जन्म कृष्णप्रणामेन पुनर्भवाय कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः आनन्दमानन्दकरं प्रसन्नं ज्ञानस्वरूपं निजभावयुक्तं योगीन्द्रमैड्यं भवरोगवैद्यं श्रीमद्गुरुं नित्यमहं स्मरामि श्रीमद्हंससमारभ्य सनकादिश्च मध्यमां अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां त्रायस्वभो जगन्नाथ गुरुसञ्चारबह्निनां दग्धमां कालदृष्टं च त्वामहं शरणागतः वाञ्छाकल्पतरुर्भिश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः भजे व्रजैकमण्डनं समस्तपापखण्डनं सुभक्तचित्तरञ्जनं सदैव नन्दनन्दनं सुपीचगुच्छमस्तकं सुनादवेणुहस्तकम् अनङ्गरङ्गसागरं नमामि कृष्णनागरं गजेन्द्रमोक्षकारिणं स्मितावलोकधारिणं महेन्द्रमानधारणं नमामि कृष्णवारणं कदम्बपुष्पकुण्डलं सुचारुगण्डमण्डलं व्रजाङ्गनेकवल्लभं नमामि कृष्णदुर्लभं मनोजगर्ममोचनं विशालपद्मलोचनं सुपीतवस्त्रशोभनं नमामि भालचन्दनं यशोदया समोदया सकोपया कृपानिधिं मुलोखलेषु संयतं नमामि लोकसम्मदम् नवीनगोपनागरं नवीनकेलिसागरं नवीनमेघसुन्दरं भजे व्रजैकमन्दिरं समस्तगोपशोभनं दृगम्बुजैकलोभनं नमामि कुञ्जसत्कृतं रसोन्नमालयायुतं किशोरकाञ्चिरञ्जनं सुशोभितं दृगञ्जनं दिने दिने नवं नवं नमामि नन्दसम्भवम् गुणाकरं सुखाकरं कृपाकरं शुभाकरं सुरासुरासुदायकं नमामि प्रेमनायकं समस्तदोषशोषणं समस्तभक्ततोषणं समस्तदासमानसं नमामि कृष्णलालसं द्रिकन्तकन्तसायकं निकामकामदायकं समस्तगोपनायकं नमामि वेणुगायकं महाभवाब्धितारकं भवाब्धिकर्णधारकं यशोमतिकिशोरत्नं नमामि दुग्धचोरकं समस्तमुग्धगोपिका मनोजकामदायकं नमामि भक्तवर्धनं दधिप्रियं जनार्दनं सदैव पादपङ्कजं मदीयमानसे निजं ददातु नन्दबालक समस्तभक्तपालक निकुञ्जमञ्जुमाधुरीं मिलिन्दवृन्दसुन्दरीं लवेयमिन्विरास्तु तां तथा कृपाभिधीयतां प्रमाणितं स्वपद्वयं पठन्ति प्रातरुस्थिता तयैव नन्दनन्दनं मिलन्ति भावसंस्थिता तयैव नन्दनन्दनं मिलन्ति भावसंस्थिता तयैव नन्दनन्दनं मिलन्ति भावसंस्थिता। बोलिए बांके बिहारी लाल की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री सीताराम। नमः पार्वती पतये, हर 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 महादेव शंभो तवाराधनम।
जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय शिव शिव तुम हृदय से बोलो मन मंदिर का परता खोलो शिव शिव तुम हृदय से बोलो मन मंदिर का परता खोलो तेरा अवसर काल न जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय तेरा अवसर काल न जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ये दुनिया पंछी का मेला सबको उड़ सजाने अकेला ये दुनिया पंछी का मेला सबको उड़ सजाने अकेला तेरा पिंजर प्राण ल जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय तेरा पिंजर प्राण ल जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय तेरा पल पल बीत जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
Bajrang शंकर कैलाशपति युग युग सोया जीवन जावे शिव शंकर कैलाशपति ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोले ओम नमः शिवाय नाम शिवाय नाम शिवाय हरि नारायण नाम शिवाय नाम शिवाय हरि नारायण परमानंद सच्चिदानंद नाम शिवाय नाम शिवाय परमानंद सच्चिदानंद नाम शिवाय नाम शिवाय नाम शिवाय नाम शिवाय
जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम। जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम। बोलो राम 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 बोलो, श्याम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, श्याम श्याम श्याम। जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम। जग में सुंदर है दो नाम, चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम। बोलो राम 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 बोलो, श्याम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, श्याम श्याम श्याम। माखन ब्रज में कचुरावे, माखन ब्रज में कचुरावे, एक बैर भिलनी के खावे। माखन ब्रज में कचुरावे, एक बैर भिलनी के खावे। प्रेम भाव से, प्रेम भाव से भरे अनोखे दोनों के काम। चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दो नाम। चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दो नाम। चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, बोलो राम। एक कंस पापी को मारे, एक कंस पापी को मारे, एक दुष्ट रावण संहारे। एक कंस पापी को मारे, एक दुष्ट रावण संहारे। दोनों दीन के, दोनों दीन के दुख हरते हैं, दोनों बल के नाम। चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दो नाम। चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, जग में सुंदर है दो नाम। चाहे कृष्ण कहो या राम, बोलो राम 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 बोलो, श्याम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, श्याम 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 बोलो, राम 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 बोलो, श्याम श्याम श्याम।
Javakram Trinetram. Om. बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। ओम नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। ओम रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय। हर हर भोले। नमः शिवाय। योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओ योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
योगेश्वरा शिव योगेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओ रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
रामेश्वरा शिव रामेश्वरा हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम
नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले
नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले
नमः शिवाय
ओ हर हर भोले नमः शिवाय हर हर भोले आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामति सहचर ये भक्त प्राणा शरीरं गृह पूजा ते विषयोपभोगर्चना निद्रा समाधिर्निद्रा अधिष्ठति संचारपदयो प्रदक्षिणविधि स्तोत्राणि सर्वगिरं यद्यत्कर्म करोमि तत्तदखिलं शम्भो तवाराधनं करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितम् अविहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभु जय जय करुणाब्धे श्री महादेव शंभु नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो भवानी शंकर भगवान की अन्नपूर्ण माता की जय गणपति भगवान की कार्तिकेय महाराज की जय 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 श्री राधे जय जय श्री सीताराम ओम केशवं प्रभु गच्छति अच्छा
दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन सुन लो मेरी पुकार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार पवन सुत विनती बारंबार
श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव। ओम सांब सदा शिवाय नमः। तस्मै नमः। परम कारण कारणाय दीप्तो ज्वलज्वलित पिंगल लोचनाय नागेन्द्रहार कृतकुंडल भूषणाय ब्रह्मेन्द्र विष्णुवरदाय नमः शिवाय। श्री राम राम रघुनंदन राम राम। श्री राम राम भरता ग्रज राम राम। श्री राम राम रन कर कश राम राम। श्री राम राम शरणम भाव राम राम। रघुनंदन जय सिया राम हरे। सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। रघुनंदन जय सिया राम हरे। सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। रघुनंदन जय सिया राम हरे। सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। रघुनंदन
जय सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे।
रघुनंदन जय सिया राम हरे। सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे। रघुनंदन जय सिया राम हरे।
सिया राम हरे सिया राम हरे।
ओ यदुनंदन जय राधे श्याम हरे। राधे श्याम हरे राधे श्याम हरे। यदुनंदन जय राधे श्याम हरे।
राधे श्याम हरे राधे श्याम हरे।
रघुनंदन जय राधे श्याम हरे। राधे श्याम हरे राधे श्याम हरे। यदुनंदन
जय राधे श्याम हरे राधे श्याम हरे राधे श्याम हरे।
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण
हरे बोल।
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल। जय जय
राधा रमण हरि
हरि बोल। जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल।
जय जय राधा रमण हरि बोल।
ओ वृंदावन वृंदावन की कन कन बोले श्री राधा राधा, श्री राधा राधा, यमुना जी की लहरें बोले श्री राधा राधा, ओ वृंदावन की लहरें बोले श्री राधा राधा, यमुना जी की लहरें बोले श्री राधा राधा, श्री राधा राधा, श्री राधा राधा,
श्री राधा राधा, श्री राधा राधा,
ओ श्री राधा राधा, श्री राधा राधा,
श्री राधा राधा, श्री राधा राधा,
हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा, श्री राधा, हमारो धन राधा,
श्री राधा, श्री राधा,
ओ हमारो धन राधा श्री राधा, श्री राधा,
हमारो धन राधा, श्री राधा, श्री राधा,
परम धन राधा 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 राधा, राधा 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 राधा, जीवन धन राधा श्री राधा, श्री राधा, जीवन धन राधा,
श्री राधा, श्री राधा,
ओ जीवन धन राधा श्री राधा, श्री राधा, जीवन धन राधा,
श्री राधा, श्री राधा,
राधा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे, राधा को नाम अनमोल बोलो,
राधे राधे,
हरे श्यामा को नाम अनमोल बोले राधे राधे, श्यामा को नाम
अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे,
सूरज बोले राधे राधे, चंदा बोले राधे राधे, सूरज बोले राधे राधे, चंदा बोले राधे राधे, तारों की मंडल से आवाज आवे राधे राधे, तारों की मंडल से आवाज राधे राधे राधे, राधा को
अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे, राधा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे राधे,
गंगा बोले राधे राधे, यमुना बोल राधे राधे, गंगा बोले राधे राधे, यमुना बोले हरे त्रिवेणी संगम से आवाज आवे राधे राधे, त्रिवेणी संगम से आवाज आवे राधे राधे, राधा को नाम अनमोल बोलो राधे, राधा को नाम अनमोल,
बोलो राधे,
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल,
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल,
हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा
रमन हरि बोल,
जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा
रमन हरि बोल,
ओ जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, जय जय राधा रमन हरि बोल, बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, बांके बिहारी लाल की जय, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की. A day like today, if you go in Vrindavan, you will not get entry into the main sanctum of Banke Bihari temple. Today is Hariyali Teej, and for the Indian people who are from India, Hariyali Teej, मालूम है? हाँ, तीज है. अच्छा श्रृंगार है हमारे भोलेनाथ भगवान. तो आज हरियाली तीज है. हरियाली तीज in Vrindavan once I was there many years ago, 2016, I think, 2017, when it was Hariyali Teej. And that is when they brought Banke Bihari Ji out from the main sanctum. They brought him out, and you get to feast your eyes on him. Banke Bihari Ji is the pride of Vrindavan. And of course, he's dressed in luscious green. Hariyali Teej is associated as well with the monsoon season in India, which correlates with the color green to talk about new beginnings of the season. So people would wear green. Bhagwan Shri Krishna is dressed up in so much green. And Radharani, then they have all this green. They bring cut mango trees from all over the place and bring it and hang it. In the ISKCON temple as well in Vrindavan, they would beautify Radharani and Bhagwan Shri Krishna so much. Green all over. To celebrate this great day. What is this day? This is the day of Shivji and Parvati. After 107 birth of doing penance, 107 janam ke baad, after 107 birth Mata Parvati took to win the confidence of Shiva, today is the 108th when the Lord accepted her. Today also marks the union between Shiva and Parvati. It's a beautiful day to do sadhana and to pray to Bhagwan Shivji and Ma Parvati for the well-being of the world and also for all of you in family life. So today we bring this small alankar, very detailed though and very meaningful alankar. I'm so proud that in a West Indian-led temple that we can at least acknowledge that today is Hariyali Teej. There are many Teej. Today is Hariyali Teej. And we can at least observe something to demonstrate to our young generation online and in the temple. What is Teej? That's why on a Saturday the Lord is dressed in green. It is the mark, of course, the occasion of Hariyali Teej. And we pray that the lusciousness of this season bring all of you new life, new air, and new vision in life. Bole Sri Shankar Bhagavan ki, Radha Krishna Bhagavan ki, Jai. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj. Hanumanji, let's not forget today is Saturday as well. Saturday is the day of Mahabir Swami. And today we honor him with this Hanumanji Chalisa, but we also honor him with our love. Please never forget, as much as you offer your fruit and flowers to God, offer yourself. Because when we offer the self, that is the most valuable prasad. There is nothing more valuable than you in this world. And when you offer yourself to Bhagwan, then he accepts that. Let us sing the Hanumanji Chalisa and seek the blessings of Hanumanji on all of you. After which we'll do a little Ramayana this evening, given it's Saturday. Do a little bit Ramayana for the blessings of the Lord on everyone. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghuvar Bimal Jasu Jodayak Phalchari Buddhihin Tanu Janike Sumiro Pavan Kumar Bal Buddhi Vidya Dehu Muhi Harahu Kalesh Vikar Ram ji se Ram Ram kahiyo Kahiyo ji Hanuman ji Ram ji se Ram Ram kahiyo Kahiyo ji Hanuman ji O Ram ji se Ram Ram kahiyo Kahiyo ji Hanuman ji Ram ji se Ram Ram kahiyo Kahiyo ji Hanuman ji Jai हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय
कपीस तिनु लोक उजागर,
रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा,
अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा।
महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी, कंचन वरण विराज सुरेशा,
कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा,
हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे,
कांधे मूंज जनेऊ साजे,
शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन,
तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन।
विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर, प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन
सीता मन बसिया,
सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा,
विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा,
भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे,
रामचंद्र के काज सवारे,
लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत पढ़ाए, तुम प्रिया भरत संभाई, सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे,
हस गई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे,
सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित
सहित
यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि
सके कहानी,
तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा, राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी, राम जी से राम राम कहियो, कहियो जी हनुमान जी। तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना,
लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना,
युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु,
वीरो धारी मधुर बल जाना,
प्रभु मुद्रिका में मुख माही, जल दिलांग गए
अजर जनाए,
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते, राम तुम्हारे तुम रखवारे,
होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे,
सब सुख है तुम्हारी शरणा,
तुम रक्षक काहू को धरना,
आपन तेज समारो आप, तीनों लोक हाथ ते गावे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे, नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा,
सुख निरंजन हनुमत वीरा,
संकट से हनुमान सुरावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, सासु अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग पर साथ तुम्हारा,
जय पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा,
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे,
असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे,
अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी
माता,
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा,
तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे,
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे,
अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाही,
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई,
और देवता चित्त न धरही, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करही, संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा,
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा,
जय 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 हनुमान पिताई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो दस बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटहि बंदी महासुख, जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि तेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय। पावन तनय संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसुं सुरभूप सिया, भज रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। वीर घातिनी चार सिसाघु, तेज पुंज लक्ष्मण उर लागी, मूर्छा भई शक्ति के लागे, तब चल गए निकट भय त्यागे। एक बार रामचरितमानस में लिखे हैं, there was the greatest battle on this earth. One of the greatest battles that was fought was between bears and monkeys and human beings. We all know the Mahabharata war was fought between two cousins. You know, the greatest battle on this earth was fought between two cousins. And that battle taught us so many lessons. When we look at our scriptures, we have to look at it very carefully and understand. Some may say, Panditji, look at that. Arjuna was fighting against his guru. You see, the scripture says that you can fight against your guru. I said, well, you have to understand what that means, right? You have to understand what that means. What was the outcome of the Mahabharata? The outcome of the Mahabharata was the loss of hundreds and thousands of lives. Hundreds and thousands of lives. Another person will say, look at it, Panditji, you're saying people shouldn't fight in the first place? They should fight. Well, look at it, Panditji, you should say that cousins should fight. Look at that, they fought. Well, you look at the result of the battle, the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives. If you're telling me that is worth anything, please, I disagree with you. I disagree with you. There was this other battle that was fought between Bhagwan Ram and his army. Who was his army? Bears and monkeys. When the army of Bhagwan Ram stood up at one side, and the Shraavan and his army stood up at the other side, Vibhishan, who is on the Ram Bhagwan side, looked at Shraavan. And what did he say? Ravan rati birati raghurai dekhi Vibhishan bhayavu abhagi. Right? He looked at Shraavan, and Shraavan had the most complicated chariot, Virati. He had a big chariot, lots of horses and elephants and so on. But when he looked at Bhagwan Ram, Ravan Rati Virati Raghurai, but look at Ram Bhagwan, he does not even have a single chariot in his whole army. Dekhi Vibhishan, when Vibhishan saw that, Bhayahu Abhagi, he became so heartbroken. The man Vibhishan was standing and fighting for God, and he became heartbroken. What about all of us in life? We have to understand, don't underestimate what you have. There is so much you can do with the little that you have. There is so much you can do with the little that you have. Whether it is wealth, whether it is a house, whether it is a garden, whether it is flowers, whether it is friends, there is so much you can do with the little that you have. I want to go back a little into our upbringing. There was a time, the children of today, the grown-up know this. But there was a time, children, that whatever was cooked in the house, you had to eat. Right? Whatever was cooked in the house, to Sarah, you had to eat. Mommy didn't get to ask you what you want today, and you go say, me want baigan, and she go say she not eat baigan, she eat squash, and she go say she not eat baigan and squash, she eat pumpkin. So mommy got to cook 3 things. No. Whatever mom had or dad had, at their disposal, they cook. And whatever was cooked in the house, everybody got to eat it. If you don't like baigan, you have to start liking baigan. You understand? That is how it was. At least in our time. It changed up a lot in the last 10 years. But that's how it was. Our people, they had very little, but they knew how to stretch it to feed their families. Long ago, families wasn't bad for this. They had a lot of people in their house. But they had a little bit, and they were able to stretch it, give everybody. It is not how much or how little what you have. It's what you can do with it. Bhagwan Ram did not have any chariot. He didn't have missiles. He had bears and monkeys fighting for him. How is he going to win this battle? You have to have faith in the divine. Remember, whoever stands up at the side of God, or with God, or for God, you may fall, but you never will fail, right? You will never fail when he was with you. This is the power of Bhagwan Ram. This is the power of Shivji Bhagwan, the power of Sri Krishna. Never lose them. You may lose a lot of things in life, never lose God. Because when you lose God, you lose everything in your life. Everything. Stay godly and stay. When I say godly, you may want to misunderstand me. Panditji, you mean I have to wear mala like you, kanti mala, I have to wear jane, I have to do this, I have to do that. Well, no, you can be godly and live a balanced life. But at least you have faith and hope, and you're prayerful in the Lord. When you stay godly, you will see the world very differently. Now there was a woman by the name of Mandodari. Anybody in here know who Mandodari is? Who is Mandodari? I got to get back to asking questions. Who's Mandodari? Ravan's wife? Which wife? He had many, but that was his main queen. But that's good. Mandodari was one of Ravan's queen, the head queen, right? She was the head queen. One day Mandodari went to Ravan and says, Ravan, wait a minute. You're such a big magician. You're the greatest force of illusion on this earth. Why are you begging Sita to marry you? Why don't you transform yourself into Ram? Why don't you become Ram and go in front of her? And then she will accept you. Ravan laughed at her with all his 10 heads. Because look at that, that's very simple. If Ravan once cut out somebody's head, and he changed the head as Ram Bhagwan head, and he took it to Mata Sita and said, look. So Mandodari asked a very common sense question. Why don't you, Ravan, convert yourself to Ram and go in front of her and she'll accept you? Ravan laughed, ha, 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 ha. Ravan laughed at her 10 times and says, Mandodari, you really think I never thought about that? You really think I never thought about converting myself into Ram and going in front of Sita? I did it 10 times already. I converted myself like Ram 10 times already. But every time I converted myself to Ram, I see her as Jagajanani Sita, the mother of the world. And I don't want to see her like that. So I changed back in my demon form. You see what happens? When you take on a good form, you see goodness in people. When you take on a good form, you see goodness in people. Regardless of the clothes you wear clothes or form or behavior. When you take on a good one, you will see beauty and genuineness in people. But when we take on a demonic form like Ravan, we will see everybody with a lustful eyes. We will look at everybody with lust, and we will never have appreciation for the gem and the divinity inside of them. Now, Ramcharitmanas. Thank you. He's telling me good job. Thank you very much. So what happened now? In the Ramcharitmanas, the battle is happening between Ram's army and Ravan's army. And Meghnad, the son of Ravan, took a javelin, spear, and he threw it. And the spear went and hit Lakshmana. Lakshmana became unconscious. All of you know that. Meghnad, the Hanuman, anyways. So Lakshmana became unconscious. Lakshmana is who? Sheshnag. Lakshmana is Sheshnag, the 1,000-headed snake upon which the earth sits, right? When he fell on the ground, nobody could pick him up. The only one who could pick him up was Hanumanji. Hanumanji went and picked up Lakshmana, the unconscious Lakshmana, and he flew and he brought the Lakshmana to Ram Bhagwan. When Ram Bhagwan saw Lakshmana unconscious with a javelin in his chest, the Lord came down from his, the war paused. The Lord came down from his lordship and he held Lakshman in his hands and he started to cry like an ordinary human being. That is why in our community we can connect with Ram Bhagwan the most, because all of us, there's something about our life that Ram Bhagwan did. He cried, he wept. He wept for his wife, he was weeping for his brother, and so on. He wept, and he held his brother in his hands. Now what happened? When Lakshmana had the javelin in his chest, what do you think they did? Ram Bhagwan immediately, what do you think Ram Bhagwan did? He called the Pandit to open book. Did he call the Pandit to open book to Sarah? You know what open book is? You don't know. All right. You think they call it Pandit to open book? Say, a javelin is in the chest of my brother. Check the planets. No. You have a medical issue. Who do you call? Vishnu? Everyone, if you have a medical issue, who do you call? The doctor, correct. First thing you do, you call the doctor. The doctor has to examine your medical problem. That is why Bhagwan sent doctors on this earth. Right? They call the doctor. Jamwan says, the doctor named Sushen, he lives in Lanka. Go and fetch him here. Hanumanji, assuming a tiny form, he went and he brought Sushen. When Sushen looked at Lakshmana, he says, oh, you need some herbs to take out, one to soften the spot, one to take out it, one to heal it, and one for something else. And he says, but the only place this herb is in a mountain far away. That was in South India. He got to go to North India in Nepal. And the only one who could go there, of course, who had a visa to any part of this world, was Hanumanji. This story I've talked it many times. I'm going to summarize it a little bit and tell you what it is. So Hanumanji now, he leaves Lanka and he's flying now to go get the medicine. That is why we go to Hanumanji Maharaj at all times. At all times when we go to him, what we say? He Dukh Bhanjan Maruti Nandan Sun lo meri pukar pavan sut binti barambar He pavan sut binti barambar. Everybody. He Dukh Bhanjan Maruti Nandan Sun lo meri pukar pavan sut binti barambar He pavan sut binti barambar. अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता दुखियों के तुम भाग्य विधाता दुखियों के तुम भाग्य विधाता सिया राम के काज सवारे सिया राम के काज सवारे मेरा कर उधार पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन सुन लो मेरी पुकार पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। जपो निरंतर नाम तिहारा जपो निरंतर नाम तिहारा अब नहीं छोड़ू तेरा द्वारा अब नहीं छोड़ू तेरा द्वारा राम भक्ति मोहे शरण में लीजे राम भक्ति मोहे शरण में कर दुखों के तार पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन हे दुख भंजन मारुति नंदन सुन लो मेरी पुकार पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार हे पवन सुत बिनती बारंबार। राम 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 जय श्री राम 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 Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, 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 Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram, Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram, Jai Jai Ram Ram Ram. Bole Pavan Sut Hanuman ki. He called upon Hanumanji. First thing you do, let me summarize here quickly. When you have a medical issue, you don't call the pandit to open book, you call the doctor. And the doctor recommended, Sushen says, Hanuman, you must go and bring 4 herbs. Tulsidas says 1, but Valmiki ji Ramayana says 4 herbs. 1, if I remember, I always forget 1. 1 is to bring him back to consciousness. That is called Mula Sanjeevani. 1 is to soften the wound so that we can pull out the arrow. 1 is to heal the wound afterwards, let it not be infected. And the 4th one was to let the skin not leave a mark. 4 herbs. Very important, right? Because nobody wants mark. Hanumanji left. And when he left, my friends, he's going to bring healing. That is why, Hey Dukh Banjan Maruti Nandan Sunalo Meri Pukar. O one Hanumanji, who removes sorrows from the life of your devotees, listen to my call. Now Hanumanji is going to bring an herb. You all know the story. And Shraavan heard about that. Shraavan goes and knocks on the door of Kalnemi. Kalnemi says, hello Shraavan, how can I help? Shraavan says, hey, this Hanuman, he's going for the herb. You have to go and stop him. Kalnemi says, Shraavan, are you out of your mind? You know, have you heard of Hanuman? He burnt down Lanka. He flew across. You know, he's powerful. I can't stop him. Shraavan says, well, what happens if you go? He said, he'll kill me. Shraavan says, well, which one do you prefer? You prefer me kill you? Or you prefer he kill you? Which one? Pick your poison, as they would say. You prefer he kill you or me kill you? Kalnemi says, Prabhu, if Hanumanji kills me, at least I'll go to heaven. But if you kill me, I'll stuck in hell. So I'm going. Hanumanji is going. As he's going, Ram, 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 Ram. With Ram Charan Sarasij Urrakhi Chala Prambhajana Sut Balabhasi. What are the 3 qualities of Hanumanji? You must always remember, everybody here. What are the 3 qualities? The first one is, he never failed. The second one, he never leaves anything incomplete. And third one, he always takes the name of Bhagwan Ram when he does everything. But here is the proof. Ram Charana Surasij Urrakhi. He took Hanumanji before he take off. He take Ramji's feet in his heart. And he went, my friends. Never ever do anything without God's name. Always take the name. Bharat, in the Ramayana, Bharat says, even when you're young and you says Ram, Ram Bhagwan will listen to your name. As Hanuman is going now, Kalnemi, you know the story. There was one sadhu singing the name of Ram, 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 Ram. Hanumanji saw him. He heard the name Ram. You know Hanumanji? It's like us. You stop by and you hear kirtan. You stop by and general kirtan, eat some prasad, you're gone. He says, wait, I cannot bypass this. He stopped. He says, Sadhu, I'm very thirsty. You know, you look like a devotee of Ram. Can you give me some water? We never know what disguise anyone will be in or anything will be in. The Sadhu says, no problem. There's an entire river of water there. Go. And there when Hanumanji went, he took the form, Kalnemi took the form of a crocodile. And what happened, my friend? Hanumanji stepped into the lake and then the crocodile seized his foot. He seized the foot. Then what happened? Hanumanji quickly killed her. I don't want to be too graphic, but you know Hanumanji, he always very powerful. He took her and killed her. And when he killed Kalnemi, she assumed a divine form. Bole Pavan Sut Hanuman ki. Sarapay patka vipatagaha marikari tab akulan. Mari so dhari divya tanu chali gagan charigan. From a demon she became a divine form. Demon. Bhagavad Katha is coming up, friends, starting August 30th. You know the power of Bhagavad? One of the powers of Bhagavad was that it transformed a ghost into an angel. Who was the ghost? Who was the ghost? Anybody know who was the ghost? Any guess? Dundukari. Yeah, Dundukari. The power of Bhagavad Katha is transformed a ghost. And after 7 days, when the ghost Dundukari listened to the Bhagavatam, he became an angel. We don't know where our forefathers are. I don't know. I hope my parents are in the heavens. But every time I do a Bhagavat, I listen or go to a Bhagavat, I take their name because I want them to heal. Our Katha can heal us. For 7 days we'll be there. Come on out and let's sing and pray so that you, if Bhagavat can transform a ghost into an angel, imagine what it can do to us. It will transform us into God. We'll become Bhagwan. But we don't believe that stuff because, it's too superficial. Well, this is the power of the divine. By the touch of Hanumanji, she became a divine form. And you know what happened to her? She went into an aerial cart and soared to the heavens. Well, what happens here now? Hanumanji went, as you know this, he went to the mountain, I'll summarize, and he couldn't find which orb it was. So what did he do? He dug up half of the mountain. He dug up half of the mountain because he was told that half of the mountain is going to be. So he dug up half of the mountain and he was flying back. As he was flying back now, Bharat saw this big dark shadow going across. So if you know the geography of India, here is Sri Lanka, here is Ayodhya, and here is Nepal. Hanumanji is here, Bharat, Ram brother is here, Ram Bhagwan is here. So Hanuman is flying over now, high. And there Bharat saw this dark cloud going up. Bharat says, wait, that's a dark cloud that's going in the direction of my brother. I'm going to shoot it down. But just to be careful, he took out the arrow, the point from the arrow, and it was a blunt arrow, and he shot in the air. And what happened? The arrow hit Hanumanji. Hanumanji left the mountain in the air. Now who hold up the mountain for Hanumanji? His dad. You got that? His dad. Who is his dad? Who is his dad? Who is Hanumanji's dad? Why are you there? The wind god, correct? The wind god. So when Hanumanji held up the mountain, he says, Pitaji, just like us now, all we children, when you can't bear the pressure, call upon daddy. Right? When you can't bear the pressure, it's true. You call him dad? When you can't bear the pressure? Well, you better do. Who you call upon? Hanumanji says, Pitaji, hold this mountain for me. Vayudev, the wind god, held on to the mountains. And Hanumanji fell on the earth. And I don't know about you, but when you stump your toe, if you're walking and you stump your toe, what do you say? Don't tell me, but Hanumanji says, Rama Rama kahi chera suprana sunimana harashi chale Hanumana. When the arrow hit him and he fell on the ground, he says, Ram, 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 Ram. Ram, Ram. And when he said that, you see, even when Hanumanji is hurt, he does not call upon Jesus Christ. Right? A lot of times people stump them to say, Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh. Sometimes they do the puja, and sometimes I pour milk in it and milk fall and say, Jesus Christ. Imagine that. Right? It's a very old habit, by the way. It's a West Indian habit. We all know that. He fell, and when he fell, he called the name of Bhagwan Ram. Even in your pains, you must call the name of Ram, and also in your joys, you must call the name of Ram. When Bharat heard the name Ram, being called by a monkey. Bharat went, and Bharat says, oh, Bharat lifted his head up, and Bharat put him in his lap, and says, monkey, tell me, why did you call the name Ram? He says, he opened his eyes, Hanumanji, and he says, Bhaiya, Prabhu Ram is my master, and his brother Lakshman is hurt, and I'm carrying medicine for him. Bharat says, who? He says, Ram. Who's hurt? Lakshman. But those are my brothers. Hanumanji says, Are, that's correct. So please let me go deliver my medicine. So he says, where is this medicine? Where is this medicine? And then Hanumanji pointed up and says, it's up in the air. You can see the healing that Hanumanji gives you. Hanumanji is a healer. You can't see the medicine just like we can't see his powers. We can't, see the physical things he does. Bharat looked, he can't see nothing. Well, you know what Bharat did? Bharat took his bow and then he put an arrow on it. And he says, Hanuman, come sit on this arrow. Bharat was not a little brother, just a brother, He's Bharat, very powerful. He put his arrow on his bow and says, Hanuman, come, sit down on this arrow. I'm going to shoot you straight to Lanka. And he aimed at the mountain, of course. And when he shot, that arrow transported Hanumanji so quickly to Lanka. Hanuman collected the mountain, of course. You can't forget the medicine. So he collected the mountain and he flew back to Lanka. A point in this that you don't hear usually that Valmiki ji mentions is when he arrived, what happened? When he arrived, what happened? In Lanka, when the bears and monkeys were fighting, Shraavan ordered that, this is Ram's army, bears and monkeys, and this is my army, the demons. When they are fighting and when the demons, which is my army, when they die on the ground, throw them in the water. Throw them in the ocean. Why did he do that? It's a strategy. Because he wanted when Ram Bhagwan would look on the ground, he would only see bears and monkeys there. He would not see demons. This time all of the demons is in the water. So Ravan wanted Bhagwan Ram to see only the bears and monkeys there. So Ram Bhagwan will say, Bhaiya, look how many bears and monkeys died in my army and none demons are not there. So Ravan did that as a trick. But guess what happened? When Hanumanji brought the Mool Sajivani, the orb that will regain consciousness on everyone, Lakshman got some, Lakshman became conscious, and Hanumanji took all the rest of the Mool Sajivani and he threw it on all the bears and monkeys who were unconscious. And guess what happened? All of them woke up. So Ravan's plan backfired on him. Now imagine if the demons were there lying on the ground dead. They would have got her back too, right? But he threw the Mool Sanjeevani. Every bear and monkey rose up. And everyone, my friends, praised Hanumanji. Bachana karma man kapatu taji bhaj Ram Raghuvir. Jahu na nij par suj mohi bhayahu kal bas bij. Bandhu bachan muni chala vibhishan aaye jay trailok vibhushan. नाथ भूधरा कर शरीरा कुंभकर्ण आवत रणधीरा. ओ श्री राम जय जय रामा. श्री राम जय जय राम. श्री राम जय जय रामा. श्री राम जय
जय जय राम.
हर श्री राम भक्त देव हनुमाना. अति कृतज्ञ प्रभु परम सुजाना. तुरत वैद सब कीन्ह उपाय. उति बैठे लक्ष्मण हर्षाई. हृदय लाहि भेंटे प्रभु भ्राता. हर्षि सकल भालू कपि भ्राता श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम हर श्री राम बेतु हनुमाना अति कृतज्ञ प्रभु परम सुजाना. When Lakshman came back to consciousness, Ram Bhagwan, you know what he did? Lakshman came back to consciousness, but he turned to Hanumanji and he embraced Hanuman. When you're a servant of God, and I say this very genuinely, very deeply, when you're a servant of God, not of people, you serve people through God, but when you're a servant of God, the Lord will never leave you hanging, as we all hear this word hanging today. हर श्री राम भेति हनुमाना अति कृतज्ञ प्रभु परम सुजाना तुरत वैद तप कीन्ह उपाई उति बैठे लक्ष्मण हर्षाई. And then after he embraced Hanumanji, Lakshman saw, and Lakshman embraced his brother as well. Then Hanumanji, of course, Hanumanji never stay idle as well. You must know this. He never stay idle. What did he do? Vyakul Kapi puni Ved kaha pahuchava. Ved means the doctor. Kapi puni Ved taha pahuchana. Hanumanji stood up. He put Ram to Lakshmana. He said, Aitu hug up. And what he did, he lifted Sushen, the doctor. And pahuchava jehi viditabahi tahi le ava. And he took Sushen the same manner he brought him back. That is a lot of manners he had. He had a lot of respect for people, Hanumanji Maharaj. Yahavritant, this story, when Ravan heard about all this that is happening, Dasanan Suneu, when the 10-headed monster heard that all of this was happening, Ati Vishad Puni Puni Sir Derahu. You know, a bad person, and there are such people that are bad, they are wicked, when they hear about others progressing in life, they will take their head. Ati Vishad Puni Puni Sir Dhareu. They'll take their head and bang it on the wall because they're envious of people's progress. They're envious of people's progress. When Ravan heard that Lakshman regained consciousness, imagine that you hear somebody came back to consciousness and you're sad about it. That is a test. If you want to know if you're a good person, that is a test. That is a test. He took his head and he banged it on the walls, and he says, how could he come back to life? And then what did he do? It went on and on. Vyakula Kumbhakaran Pahiava. He went and he woke up Kumbhakaran. All of you know who Kumbhakaran is? Kumbhakaran was whose brother? Whose brother? Ravan's brother, that's correct. How many brothers did Ravan have? What's their names? And Kumbhakaran. Okay. So, Vyakula Kumbhakaran Pahiava. He went and he woke up Kumbhakaran. Kumbhakaran sleeps for 6 months and he eats for 6 months. Please don't ever beg Bhagwan for that blessing. To eat continue for 6 months and sleep for 6 months. But that is what made him so powerful. When he would sleep for 6 months, when he woke up, he had the energy to root out, the earth from the planets. Anyways, and that story went on. What have we learned this evening as we wrap up the Katha? We've learned this evening that Hanumanji Maharaj, we talked a bit about him. That he, whenever we take our troubles to him and our happiness to him, he always finds a solution. We learned that if you're a servant of Bhagwan, the Lord will never leave you alone. We also learned today about service. When you're serving Bhagwan, even the good people, Bharat, will shoot you down, but when you fall, get up back. Never leave your work incomplete. Hanumanji Maharaj didn't abandon the medicine. He went back and he took charge of it. We must learn the love of brothers. The love for siblings. When Ram Bhagwan held on to Lakshman, he was crying for his brother. Ram Bhagwan was an amazing brother, you know. He was a king, he was the eldest, but he was an amazing brother. You know, when he first went into the forest, when Bhagwan Ram first went into the forest, as he walked many, many miles and many, many years into the forest, one day he met Vandevi. Vandevi. Anybody know Vandevi? Or Bandevi? Ban means the forest, Devi means the goddess. He met the goddess of the forest and he bowed to her. And the goddess of the forest says, Prabhu, you're my guest. What can I do for you? What can I do to you? Bhagwan Ram says, no, you don't have to do anything for me. He says, no, I want to bless you with one thing. Please ask me anything. You want food? You want me to cool the earth? I will do all that for you. No. When he thought about it, he says, listen, you see the path that I have walked from my home to come so far? That path, Vandevi, the goddess of the forest, says, yes, I see that path, Prabhu. He says, clear that path for me. Clear that path for me. Don't let even a thorn be on it. Make it cool. Vandevi, the forest goddess, says, why? He says, Vandevi, because one day my brother Bharat, he will come in search of me. And when he comes in search of me, I don't want him to walk through the thorns and the bushes that I walk through. I want him to have a safe passage when he comes to see me. This is the love of a brother, a love of a sibling. We always want to watch others, our own or people, walk on a path that does not have thorns. If you want to let people walk on paths that have thorns and pimples, you're not a good person. This is Ram Bhagwan. That is so much how much he loved his siblings and his brothers. There are lots of people here who have siblings. This family here have lots of siblings. I'm very proud to see the way that they all live. Very close. They always pray together. They work together and they have a lot of love for each other. Today we want to thank the Mangrove family. Saturday evening and Sunday evening are usually very quiet at the temple in Shraavan because it's summer, it's CNE and things like that, so it's usually quiet, but they are sponsors today. We like to ask Bhagwan's blessings on all of them. They are a family-oriented people, and they always try their best, of course, to be here to pray together. Bhagwan's blessings on them for upliftment, guidance, and protection always, and for their continuous service to their community as well. And to all of you who have come on a Saturday evening, please remember, we are here every single evening, tomorrow evening included, and Monday is our big day. Tuesday is now bigger than Mondays. Tuesday people come out because we're doing 11 Hanumanji Chalisa during Shraavan, so people are coming out so much. Last week we had a big crowd, and so please come on out Tuesday, this Tuesday, and the following Tuesday is the last Tuesday in the month of Shraavan. We are going to have 11 Hanumanji Chalisa. It's nice. People come, they bring their 11 fruits. We sing Chalisa, they come, they put the fruits, they go back and sit down. Sometimes they bring flour, whatever it is. It's fun. We talk a little bit in between. And I always ask them to give up something when you go there. Give up a behavior that you don't like. Give up a thought that you don't like. When you go there, because Hanumanji is very powerful. He takes away the impurities from our lives. I hope I can see all of you on Tuesday as well. And then the following Tuesday is the last Tuesday for Shraavan. So we'll have Chalisa again. And then what happens on the 30th of August, we start our Bhagavad Katha outside. We have a very big Katha that we're planning. We're getting a big tent. We're renting a tent, and we have to decorate it. We're actually getting it on the day of the 29th, and the 30th, the Bhagavad starts. So can you imagine the amount of help we will need to decorate it, to fet stove over? We have to transport the temple into a tent, and every night we have to transport stuff over back, PA system and things like that. So it's a lot of work. I'm trying to build a team to make this work, because if we leave it for people to help afterwards, it doesn't work. If you're interested to become a volunteer for the Bhagavad, there's lots of work to do. It's garbage, there's prasad, there is, cleaning, there's decorating, there's tidying, there is fetching stuff, there is lots and lots of work to do. So if you'd like to become a volunteer for the Bhagavad, please talk to me. Tomorrow night after service, we're going to have a meeting, and we're going to plan it out to the best of our ability. So we hope to see all of you, to have a very successful Bhagavad. And please don't forget to be a sponsor. Everything is online, bhavanishankarmandir.com/Krishna. If we don't have sponsors, if we don't have shrotas or people attending, then, it's not energizing. So we'd like to see all of you there, outdoors, for our Bhagavad Katha. Bole Pawan Sut Hanuman ki Jai, Siya Bhaj Ramachandra ki. For those who have prasad, please come on up now to offer, or flowers or so, and then afterwards we'll do Aarti.
बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। केसर नंदन बलदारी के। केसर नंदन बलदारी के। मारुति नंदन उपकारी के। मारुति नंदन उपकारी के। आकरे सिवाज पवन सुत महाबली की। आकरे सिवाज पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। अपनी कपीश को मन में बसा के। अपनी कपीश को मन में बसा के। निस कर पूजन धर पे आके। निस कर पूजन धर पे आके। आओ शरण शुभ शाम पवन सुत महाबली की। आओ शरण शुभ शाम पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। बोलो सदा जयकार पवन सुत महाबली की। केशवा माधवा जय देव मधुसूदना। केशवा माधवा जय देव मधुसूदना। नेत्र कमल दल अतीव मनोहर। नेत्र कमल दल अतीव मनोहर। जय शिव ओंकारा स्वामी हर शिव ओंकारा जय शिव ओंकारा स्वामी हर शिव ओंकारा ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव ब्रह्मा विष्णु सदा शिव अर्धांगी धारा ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव एकानन चतुरानन पंचानन राजे स्वामी पंचानन राजे हंसासन गरुडासन हंसासन गरुडासन विश्ववाहन साज ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव दो भुज चार चतुर्भुज दस भुज ते सोहे स्वामी दस भुज ते सोहे तीनों रूप निरखता तीनों रूप निरखता त्रिभुवन जन मोहे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव अक्षमाला वनमाला रुद्रमाला धारे स्वामी रुद्रमाला धारे चंदन मृग मन सोहे चंदन मृग मन सोहे भाले शशिधारी ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव श्वेतांबर पीतांबर वागंबर अंगे स्वामी वागंबर अंगे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादिक सनकादिक ब्रह्मादिक भूतादिक संगे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव ओम हर 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 महादेव
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवां भवानी सहितं नमामि त्वमेव माताश्च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्धसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते शरणागतदीनार्थ परित्राणपरायणे सर्वसार्थिहरे देवी नारायणि नमोस्तुते। बोलिए भवानी शंकर भगवान की, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, सियवर रामचंद्र भगवान की, पवन सुत हनुमान जी महाराज की, सूर्यादि समस्त नवग्रह देवताओं के, विघ्न विनायक गणेश जी महाराज के, लक्ष्मी मैया की, शरणेश्वरी माता दुर्गा की, सरस्वती मैया की, सत्यनारायण भगवान की, सूर्यनारायण भगवान की, नवदुर्गा भवानी की, गंगा मैया की, सत्य सनातन धर्म के, हरियाली तीज महोत्सव की, सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की, संध्या सैन आरती की, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री सीताराम। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामय, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए सद्गुरुदेव भगवान की। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। ओम द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगौ शान्तिः, पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरौषधयः शान्तिः, वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिब्रह्म शान्तिः, सर्वगौ शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः, सामा शान्तिरेधि। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु, मङ्गलं गरुडध्वज, मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्ष, मङ्गलाय तनोहरि।